Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I am trying to get out of my house a little bit earlier today, so I'm hoping I can just throw together this makeup look for you guys, show you what I do. My cats are moving my background around. It's a hectic morning for me, but I'm hoping I can just show you guys how I do just my eyes today, not a full makeup look. Not gonna edit it, do it crazy or anything like that. Just gonna show you how I get a gradient effect with some pinks and reds to kind of match this adult-ish shirt. So, if you want to see how this look turns out, just keep watching. Okay, so I always start off with my primer. I either have my Ulta Beauty primer, which is like the skin tone, or I start off with my NYX, the white base, because that usually helps with pigment. I'm going to go in with the NYX white base. It has a little bit of sparkle to it. I mean, it doesn't bother me that much, but if you're looking for more of a regular look, something that's not as fancy or bougie or whatever you want to call it, I would go for a skin toned one. But since today I'm just going to the doctor, I am going some grocery shopping, things like that. I don't need anything too neutral, I guess. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not going out on the town, but just to show you guys, glitter's not gonna bother me for today. So, I have my BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I love this palette so much. You can see that there's so many different colors in there. Every color of the rainbow. It is a fantastic palette. So today, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to use some of this darker red color, the deep pink, and possibly some of the white that's down here. This is more like highlighters, but probably gonna do a gradient effect so it'll kind of match the dark burgundies that I have in here and see what I can do. So, okay, so now that my eyes are all prepped and primed, I am gonna go in with my first brush. This is kind of like a packer brush, something that's not too thick, not too thin, but it's definitely very, kind of thin on this outside. Definitely a packer brush. My cat just jumped on the table and made a big thud noise, so sorry if you heard that. But I'm first gonna go in with this deep dark red color on the outside corner. Usually when you start off with the deeper colors on the outside, it makes it a lot easier to blend on the inside. I usually just start from the outside and then just start to drag it on the inside, so that just kind of helps. Just to kind of distribute the color. And then once you have it blended as much as you would like, don't worry about making a mess, because you can always just wipe that up. A lot of people use tape, anything like that. At the end, I usually grab the same brush from the same color and I drag it in my under lash line. I don't do that quite yet because a lot of fallout can happen on the bottom. It'll get stuck on your face. You have like 7 colors blended together and it's just not a very pretty look. So I'm going to continue to put this dark red on the outside here. I'm going to match the same thing on the other corner, and I'll be right back. So now that I have all of my outer corner done with that dark red shade, I'm going to go in with another brush, kind of similar to the first one. I just have two brushes that are pretty much the same. So we're going to go in with this brush right here, and we are going to go with this deep pink color up here. So the dark red down here, the next pink color up here. None of these in this palette have names, so it's a little hard to tell you what color we're gonna go for. I'm trying to go for the deep pink, deep reds, and I might do a glitter cut crease with this one just to kind of show you guys how that goes in here. I bought a new glitter yesterday, so I was super excited about that. So yeah, you see how that pink is kind of showing up there. You just want to go lightly, dab it lightly in your palette, and then blend it. Start from the outside, blend it into the dark, because if you're blending that dark into the light, it's just going to be a mess. So take that light and blend it, and then blend until your heart's content. But basically you're going to have darker and then lighter, and we're always going to have to go back at the end to darken up the outside no matter what. It's just how it goes. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. I'm gonna leave some of my inner corner for a lighter shade and then get ready to do a glitter cut crease. So I'll be right back when both of my eyes match. All right, so now that I'm looking nice and crazy, like my eyes are bruised, let's go ahead and add another color to them, another darker color. So I'm reaching in my brushes here. I'm gonna find something a little bit smaller, something that's gonna be not as, I guess, a large surface area. I have a tiny little brush here. I like wiped it off of my hand, so excuse that. But this right here is just like a tinier little brush, something that's gonna get good in the corners here without worrying about ruining all the other makeup that you just laid down. So I'm gonna take a little bit of my black at the bottom here. I'm definitely gonna have to tap it off. Even if there's no fallout in your palette that you think, something always falls off. Get a little bit of that extra or it'll fall all down your face and you will be very upset. So I'm gonna go in the corner here with that black over that darker red on the outside and just kind of tap it in there. And then I'm gonna brush it around and kind of blend it into the outside corner there just to kind of make it dark, and then bring it up on the outside of my crease. So, and then I like to dab it in with my finger just to make sure I get any of that excess off, so it's nice and it's dark. It blends in with that red, goes right into the pink. I'm also gonna go ahead and grab that pink brush again with the little bit of residue that it has left on it, and I'm just going to brush it back and forth with the black, the red, and the pink, just to make sure that it is all blended in there. So I'm gonna go ahead, match the other eye up, get ready for my inner crease, or my inner corner, do my cut crease, and then we'll be done today. So now that my outer corners are darkened, my inner, well, middle of my eye is blended out into that. I'm gonna go ahead and start on my inner corners, get a crease, do my rest of my face, and get out of here. So I have this really cute, it's a halo highlighter that's kind of like pink and purple infused. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my finger and I'm going to dab that on the inside of my corner there. I'm gonna grab a couple of fingerfuls, if you will, and put that in that inner corner, just to kind of make it light, make it pop a little bit, and make sure that it's not crazy pigmented. That's why I love to use highlighters for inner corners. It is bright, it is shiny, it will blind your enemies, and also it is just not crazy pigmented, so you don't have to worry about so much color in your inner crease and make it look like you're dead and dying. So I'm gonna go ahead and match the other side, as well as I'm gonna take that brush with the pink on it and blend those two together. Okay, so now that I have that highlighter on the inner corners and I have blended in with the pink kind of in between here and here, I mean, as long as you have it blended, residue on your brush should be a-okay. So I have this Stila glitter. It is in the shade Ballet Baby, and it's kind of like a subtle pink silver kind of color, and it's so, so cute. I was gonna do a cut crease because I have this other glitter, which is super, super cute. It is from e.l.f. and it is like an iridescent kind of, they call it stardust glitter eyeliner. And it does come in like this cute little brush. It just, if you can already see it on the stick there, it has a lot of green glitters inside of it, and green is not necessarily going to go great with this red and pink on my eyeballs. I'm not going for Christmas quite yet, so I'm gonna hold off on that and go for the Stila. It's gonna make it a lot more of a softer look, something more cutesy. I'm gonna put it on the inner corner of my eyes, so that way it's not going to interrupt the darkness that I have over here. So I'm just gonna start from the middle and just kind of brush it upwards a little bit, but I'm gonna stop where that highlight is gonna stop and brush it just tiny, tiny bit over. I'm gonna let it dry, do the same thing on this side, and I'm going to take that pink brush again and blend. Makeup, all about blending. Blend, blend, blend. Okay, so now that everything is all blended from dark to light, I am gonna go ahead and take this tiny little brush again that has the black on it. I'm going to dip it in that dark red that we have on the outside and kind of mix the two colors on my brush. I am gonna go ahead and take it from right here in this corner and drag it on the inside of my lower lash line and just kind of blend it in there to kind of make a shadowed liner. Now granted, you would want to do this after you do your face, but like I said, since I'm not going anywhere fancy, I don't really care right now. So yeah, after you drag that in here from your lower lash line, you're welcome to go ahead and take that highlight that you had put in here earlier and drag that to the outside so they kind of meet where they meet on your eye, and then do your mascara, the rest of your face, and then you are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and insert a clip right here of my finished look when I'm actually all done, but that is how I get my eyeballs done for the most part. I do the gradients with different colors, just different variations of the different colors, but basically dark to medium to light is generally how I do my eyes. I have the almond shaped eyes. It makes them look a lot more open. It makes them look a lot more like I'm awake and not actually dead for the day like I am most of the time. Just like coffee, makeup helps you lie about how awake you are. So if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a like, subscribe, ring the bell notification so you know every single time that I upload. I really appreciate you guys being here and watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.